Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone, for this thrift find makeovers that I featured a few months ago on the channel. Back to show you a couple of the makeovers I did, and one was this large black shiny vase, very glossy, and I really did like it. It had a shiny black finish, which was a little too glossy for me, so I wanted a softer look in the overall spaces that it will transfer from room to room. So I ended up cracking it. I know I cracked it and I didn't toss it, of course. It only had a crack, a small couple of cracks in it, and I decided to work with it because it wasn't broken. It wasn't broken into pieces at all. So sometimes, a flaw is not the end of the piece. Sometimes it's just simply is telling where the next layer is going to go, as you'll see. So I started with these beautiful blue. I love to buy different packs of napkins, hand napkins for the bathroom, for the kitchen, just something pretty to look at and to dry your hands on, because I don't like to use hand towels, especially for my guests. These particular napkins had this blue, softish gray feel to them. They had a vintage feel with butterflies and some florals that is in it, which definitely is going to give me what I thought, that look and that feel that I wanted with the vase. So I began the process and I used some Mod Podge to apply it to the actual vase that I'm working with, which is the black one. Now, as I'm going along, this is great because this will help not only add some texture to cover this crack that was in the base, but it will also add some a little bit more of a softness, covering the black as well, but also adding texture, as I just said. Now, I was working in sections with the paper and the Mod Podge. So basically, you apply the Mod Podge in a thin coat, and then you would take the paper. I removed the white backing from the actual napkin. Then I applied it, tapping it onto the surface of the vase. Again, to disguise the crack, as well as adding the texture and some color that I definitely like, in the color that I thought I wanted for the space. But it is still what I wanted. Then it didn't go as well as I thought it should. Once it was done, I still didn't just love it. So I thought I would go over it with some watered down paint in cream and soften it. So I took a sponge and I dabbed it onto the surface, covering portions of it in a very translucent way. Not that it was so saturated that it would cover it up, but just to lightly give it a little color to it to soften the blue. While it did, once again, it looked better, but still was not quite what I had in mind, what I was thinking I had in mind, the direction I wanted to go with the vase. So I changed directions again. As I mentioned before, a pivot is sometimes necessary. And this happens to be one of those moments where I pivoted twice. So then I went in with the whole vase with some French blue paint in a color match. Well, it wasn't a color match. It was a custom color mix that I created. And I had some left over when I did the cabinet makeover a while back. And I used that and applied it onto the surface of the vase. And with that, the napkin texture still shows definitely underneath the vase. And it doesn't look flat at all, which is bringing me to the vase here. As you can see how large it is. And it is absolutely huge. If you remember, I showed it in the previous video here. So this is what it's looking like thus far. I still need to go over just a couple of little spaces, but I kind of like it with some of the cream peeking through. And this is where the custom part definitely came into play, because using the napkins gave it the texture that I definitely was looking for. I was wanting along the vase, and covering the crack, which sealed the crack. And you can tell nothing ever happened. I do like it now, of course, because it does have that blue. It is a bluish gray. It's not a soft. As you can see how large it is. It most likely won't stay in this space next to me how large it is. I am not a miniature person, so you can see how large it is. It will look beautiful over here on my cutting table when I'm not cutting fabrics. It will work excellent over there. But for now, I'm going to just add some flowers to it, which is some of these flowers, well, most of these flowers, to the vase. I don't know where it might end up along the house. That's one thing I like about customizing something and for your spaces, because you can adapt it to whatever spaces in your colors and things like that. You can use base colors that you use throughout your home. That way it could move from space to space, which is definitely something I like to do, because again, it makes it easy to transition around the house and giving the room a whole new feel when you do change out a simple thing like a vase. Let's add some flowers to add some height to the vase, because it definitely needed something along the bottom to bring it up a bit higher. Even though these stems are long, they're not that long. So you see how long or how tall this vase, the height of it actually is. So I added some cushion in the bottom, some bags and things like that to enable the flowers to sit up a little bit higher. I don't know how much space this is going to take, but still, with the vase being so wide body, that it may call for a few more flowers than this vase does. But we'll see how. Oh, well, that just came right out. I'm always pulling the flowers apart and redoing them in some vase or other, transplanting them, moving them around the house, because I love faux flowers, as you all know. So we'll just transplant them over here. Let's see what happens if I try to pick them up in the bunch and then drop them inside of the vase. Pick them up as a whole. It's a lot. And place them inside of the vase in real time, because that was going to be a lot of transplanting going on, but that's okay. I just did that a couple of days ago when I was doing a video for some more of the tulips, because I have a lot of them. I really like these flowers. They are soft, they're elegant, they are gorgeous, and some of them have the real touch feel, because some of them I got from a wholesale flower place, and then some of the other ones, because they stopped selling them, I had to get them online, as well as at the local craft store, Hobby Lobby. With the made over vase, what do you think? I I love it. Faux for me is excellent, because I can use them over time, over and over and over. So as always, stay inspired, motivated, and moving, creating something beautiful. If not for yourself, then definitely for someone else. This has been Chanel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video of these quick thrift find makeovers, and maybe this is something that you could do as well in your house, or again, for someone else. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.